And welcome back to Atreyu News. More from Red State Watcher. Breaking: Trump responds to California governor's pleas. President Trump approves California emergency declaration as evacuation order lifted for areas surrounding the Oroville Dam. Wow. The White House Office of the Press Secretary for immediate release. February 14th of 2017, President Donald Trump approves California emergency declaration. The president told today declared an emergency exists in the state California and ordered federal assistance to supplement state, tribal, and local response efforts due to emergency conditions resulting from the potential failure of the emergency spillway at Lake Oroville Dam beginning on February 7, 2017 and continuing. The President's action authorizes the Federal Emergency Management Agency, also known as FEMA, Department of Homeland Security to coordinate all disaster relief efforts, which aim to alleviate the hardship and suffering caused by the emergency on the local population and to provide appropriate assistance for requiring emergency measures. These relief efforts are authorized under Title V of the Stafford Act to save lives, to protect property and public health and safety, and to lessen or avert the threat of a catastrophe in counties or Butte, Sutter, and Yuba. Specifically, FEMA is authorized to identify, mobilize, and provide at its discretion equipment and resources necessary to alleviate the effects of the emergency protective measures. Limited to direct federal assistance will be provided at 75% federal funding. Robert J. Fenton, Acting Administrator, Federal Emergency Management Agency. Department of Homeland Security named Timothy J. Scranton as the Federal Coordinating Officer for Federal Recovery Operations in the affected areas. So Trump taking the high road and doing what's right again. No surprise there. Hopefully everyone in California is okay. Our prayers are with them. Rand Paul drops bombshell on Republicans seeking to investigate General Michael Flynn. Senator Rand Paul said there's no need for the Republican Congress to investigate former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn's talks with Russia, warning it could distract from the GOP's agenda. That might be excessive. I think it looks like the president has handled the situation, and unless there's some kind of other evidence, this sounds like something that was internal White House politics, and it looks like the president's handled it, Paul told Fox News on Tuesday. I just don't think it's useful to be doing investigation after investigation, particularly of your own party. We'll never even get started with doing the things we need to do, like repealing Obamacare, if we're spending our whole time having Republicans investigate Republicans. I think it makes no sense. Well, he brings up a very valid point. Perhaps this Michael Flynn incident was just to take the energy off of what Trump's doing to change America and put it on to trivial, meaningless things such as this. From what I understand, Michael Flynn broke no law, and he did nothing illegal. Doing what he did to Mike Pence was foolish, and perhaps his resignation was sound. However, by not breaking the law, what are you going to investigate? Anti-Trump pundit makes a shocking admission. The deep state, also known as the shadow government, appears to have a few fans within the political pundit circle. In a recent tweet, Bill Kristol says if it comes to it, he would prefer the deep state. Now, the deep state, or what we know as the shadow government, is what I believe is what's soaking money off the top. Like, if you've been following American politics for the last 5 years or so, you'll notice that the chairman of the Federal Reserve and different people have been questioned about where these billions and trillions of dollars go. They just disappear out of nowhere. And judging on what I've seen, it would appear that this so-called shadow government has its own economy, has its own military, and exists in secret, and is used to do nasty things around the globe without anyone knowing. Judging on the research I've seen, that's what I believe. But if this guy, Bill Kristol, is coming out and saying he would prefer a deep state, then we know at least it's real. Obviously, strongly prefer normal democratic and constitutional politics, but if it comes to it, prefer the deep state to the Trump state, see? People would say that it's a conspiracy. However, the same people that I told 10 years ago about certain conspiracies were laughing then, but they're not laughing now. Breaking. White House makes a decision on Israel that changes everything. The White House says the U.S. won't insist on a two-state solution for Israel and Palestine. TheHill.com reports a senior White House official said that the president's administration will not insist on a two-state solution for Israel and Palestine, according to the Press Pool report. A two-state solution that doesn't bring peace is not our goal that anybody wants to achieve, the officials told reports. Peace is the goal, whether it comes in the form of a two-state solution, if that's what the parties want, or something else. If that's what the parties want, we're going to help them. The officials stressed that the administration will not dictate the terms of a potential geopolitical agreement while reiterating that Trump seeks to achieve peace in the region. We're not going to dictate what the terms of peace will be, the official said. President Trump has very much indicated that he wants to achieve peace. Well, that's nice of Trump to say. However, that region of the world has experienced warfare and barbaric atrocities for the last 2,000 years. And to top it all off, I know Israel was Palestine and whatever. After the Israeli state was recreated by the Allies, I mean, Israel has been a target to be wiped off the map since. And the Arabs tried in the 60s to push Israel and the Israelis into the sea. Unfortunately for them, they couldn't coordinate their attacks because even between the other Muslim countries there's war. So they obviously couldn't coordinate their attacks because they're even enemies themselves. There will never ever be peace in the Middle East, number one. And number two, as long as Israel's there, you can guarantee that there will be no peace. For Israel represents, like if you ever look at Israel on the map, it's like a speck of land compared to the entire Middle East and North Africa. Yet Arabs make it their primary objective to wipe this little piece of land off the map. And even for some reason, if Israel is destroyed or whatever, there will never be peace there. Because once all the Christians and Jews are killed, the Muslims turn on each other. And we've seen that time and time again. Sunni, Shiite, Muhammad was left-handed, Muhammad was right-handed, then they start fighting.